Hey friends, I have a question for you. What do business owners, safety directors, the executives, the HR team, what do they all have in common? What is like one big concern they all have? Well, maybe what I'm dressed as is a hint to you. Yeah, they are concerned that their employees, when they're at work every day, that they're safe. So they return home to their friends and family safe every single day. So today we're talking about safety programs. Do you have one? My name is Shauna Anderson Newt. I'm the president of Spitfire Advertising, and we help our clients grow their business. We help them keep their employees safe. We help with safety programs. I work with a lot of construction companies, and I actually had one of my clients say, hey, would you shoot a video on safety programs? I was like, girl, I got your back. So here you go. Today we're going to cover 3 different areas. Number 1 is if you have a safety program, ways to improve it. If you don't have one, some things to think about as you're creating it. Number 2, I'm going to give you some fun ideas to incorporate into your safety program. And number 3, of course, I gotta show you some swag, some ways to use that as rewards, some things that you need to be using so visually people are seeing your safety program and they're all getting on board with that. So let's begin. So here are 3 things to think about when you are setting up and improving your safety program. Number 1, people support what they create. So as you're putting it together, or if you already have one together, ask the people involved, what do you like about it? What do you want us to do? Get their feedback back, get them involved, show them that you care about them and you're doing this for them. Create the safety culture around them. If there are accidents that are happening, find out why. What's the true root of it? Go deep. Don't go on the surface level. Look deeply. What is going on that's causing that accident and solve that deeper issue. Number 2 is you can't achieve what you're not focused on, what you're not measuring. So make sure that you are getting everybody focused on your goals for your safety program. Get people together. Have a monthly safety meeting because you need to have consistency. Consistency is key. As anything that you do, any goal that you have to have consistency. So having that monthly safety meeting, that's key as part of your success. Track how many days you are without accidents. Are there repeat offenders, repeat hazards? What are the things that are creating improvements to your safety program? Are you tracking your inspections? Are you doing your audits? How many of your employees are trained and in what areas? Because different employees need to be trained on different things. Are you at 100% of employees being trained? If not, why and how can you get them there? How many of your employees are attending your safety meetings? How many of them? How are you encouraging them to come? How are you encouraging them to get there on time? Are you rewarding them for certain milestones? You can have a drawing for any of these things, having a drawing where people can be entered into it. People love incentives. Number 3 is to empower your employees to take ownership of the safety program. Okay, so I worked for a general contractor for 10 years. I have worked with people in the construction field for the last 16 years, helping them with their marketing. My husband is a contractor. I know construction. I have seen so many unsafe practices. I've seen that other co-workers watch as somebody, steps on the top of the very top of a ladder instead of going down a couple of rings. They're not safe. They're reaching over the way they're lifting up boxes and nobody's saying anything. You got to get everybody on board. You got to get your team to be upstanders, not bystanders, and reward them for being that, because together is how you're going to have a successful safety program. You have a hotline that they can call into if they see something unsafe, or they know that they can talk to their supervisor. They have that direct phone call to them, or a direct contact with that safety director. Who is that? When something happens, people need to be held accountable for that as well. You need to make sure that your team is fully trained, that they're looking at the job site, they're looking at the task before they start doing it and saying, okay, is everything safe here? Okay, now I can start taking action. Now I can start doing my job. And if not, you're empowering them to say, stop. I can't work here, our team can't work here, and this is why. And you empower them to make that decision. So let's move on to 6 ideas I put together to make this fun for you and your team. Have a surprise call to the employees, right? So you pick maybe a handful of employees that week. It could just be one, whatever is best for you. And you call them and you ask a safety question, or you can say, you know, if you know the job site they're on, ask something that's safe about that job site, or, you know, it could be a sign, like, where is this sign? It could be anything like that. And then they have to respond with the right answer. And when they do, they get a prize. And it could be anything from, you know, a scratcher, right, that reveals a certain prize, and you can have multiple prizes underneath that scratcher. It could be anything from you get, you know, a day off, you get an extended lunch, to you win an actual tangible prize, which we're going to talk about at the end, doing your swag prizes for this, your safety rewards. We'll talk about that at the end. You can do something fun like this. If you don't want to do a regular scratcher, we've done bubble gum. This is bubble gum in here. So you can do bubble gum, so it's something that it's useful, and then we put a scratcher on the outside, and this has a safety message on here to really keep promoting and reminding them about the safety program you have. And there's a way that if you're like, I do not have time to make calls and do this, there's a way that we can help you do automated calls as well, so reach out to us, we can help you with that also. You can have your other team members, their co-workers, nominate your safety champion, and that safety champion will be recognized either quarterly, or it could be recognized at your monthly safety meeting, and you know, can give them an award. It can be something that is, you know, if they have a desk, it can sit at their desk. I'm thinking more like, a lot of this I'm thinking about is more job site related, because more accidents happen at the job site. So you can give them an award, something that they can keep, that they can say, look, you know what, I was the safety champion for the month of October, November, December. And you can pick one safety champion each month. You can do it quarterly, whatever you want, but you want to make sure you're encouraging people to be safe, and this is a great way to do it. You can also have people submit suggestions on how to become more safe, how to make your workplace safer. So when you implement these suggestions, the person who suggested it, they get rewarded for doing that. Number 4 is to do surprise inspections, and that could just be by somebody on your safety committee, or that could be a supervisor, or you can have somebody that's undercover that goes out to the job site. And that way, because, you know, being a parent, we know this too. When you walk into a room, your kids are acting a lot better than when they think nobody's watching. Same thing for construction sites, right? So you're out there, you're walking in, the guys are like, and the gals, they're like, okay, you know what, the boss is here, right? I know exactly what I need to do. It's kind of like when you're driving, the police is behind you, same thing. So if you have an undercover person come in, kind of think like that, you know, undercover shopper that goes into stores to see how they're doing, same idea. They go in, and yet they can be caught being safe. So you're going to reward them for their safe behaviors that they're doing. People love being rewarded. People love incentives, so incentivize them. And number 5, that is your quarterly safety activities, your contests, your promotions. What are you doing to get them involved, to get them excited? You can have a scavenger hunt, you can do safety bingo, where each of those squares is a safety image or a safety message, and every day without an accident, you're going to reveal a new square. And you can send that out in a variety of ways for your team to get it. I can help you with that as well, so just let me know. Whatever you need to do, I got your back. I can help you create it. We love doing safety programs. We love getting the employees involved. So reach out to us and we can do that for you. Moving on to number 6. Number 6 is to incentivize them to attend the monthly safety meetings, to help them reach their goals, to get them to arrive on time. Give them incentives to reach these for you, and you're going to have a better safety program. Okay, now moving on to the fun part. Moving on to incentives and rewards to use in your safety program. So remember that you want to do some things that are shown visually to help with this safety program. So one of the things is to have the hard hat is a perfect place where you can put decals on there, and you can it can be seen by the person who's wearing it what they're trained on. So if you see somebody on your forklift and they don't have the decal on their hat that says forklift trained, they're not supposed to be there. So you don't have to go look in a book, or you don't have to try to, you know, remember or call the office and say, wait, is so-and-so forklift trained? don't even have to worry about it. It's right there on their hat because they were issued that, and you can have the date when they were issued on the actual decal itself. Yeah, so think about this hard hat and the space that this has to help you. Okay, when you're starting your safety program, you want to kickstart it, or if you've been doing it for a while and you want to revitalize it, you want to do something that's fun to get people on board. You want it to get their attention. So sending out, a piece, a marketing piece about it. You can do something as small as just doing a koozie, because people use koozies, and you're announcing your safety program on here, and you could put a little piece of marketing collateral inside. So, basically like a little marketing card inside talking about it. Maybe it talks about the promotions you're doing with it, when the meetings are, something like that. Or you can do something fun, like, the milk cartons, right? It says missing children. You can do it, something about on here about your safety program. Look at all of this imprint area. You can make this really fun. So that would be a fun way for you to send that out to your team, to the employees, announcing your safety program. Inside of that milk carton, that is a place where you can put some fun things inside. So when they open up the milk carton, it is some swag in there, some literature. It could be anything that you think would get them excited about your safety program. Okay. Make sure that you have a hotline like we talked about, and that hotline is a place where it's easy for them to find it. So you make sure you have it up at the job site. You have it big, big in some places. You can have it on decal on the hat. So if somebody gets hurt, it's right there. You want to be able to have it so they can find it no matter what. And then you can also do those stop work cards that we talked about earlier in the video. You can just do a plain card that they have in their wallet. They pull it out and they're like, hey, not working on this right now, this job site, this task, because this is why, and I am empowered to do that. Or you can do something like this where you have a lenticular, which means that the image changes, right? So you can have a message here that goes with your safety program and says, yes, I have the power to stop working in this environment. When they're driving, you don't want them to be on their phones, right? So doing a decal that's on the dashboard of your work vehicle that says this is a no phone zone to remind them. Do your employees wear lanyards, right? Lanyards that are retractable help, and this is really the key is here, having the breakaway. So if they're wearing it on their neck, when it gets tugged on, it's going to open like that. Instead of, let's just say they're, they are working on a piece of machinery and then this gets pulled in there, right? Then their whole head's going to go. It's a safety hazard. So make sure you have a breakaway. Even if for your office employees, it's safer to always have a breakaway on your lanyards. Okay, construction guys, they will, and women, I should say, I'm sorry. So yeah, men and women in construction, they are the type of people who will just grab anything and write with it, and will be unsafe grabbing for it. So giving them a construction pen, like this is really a strong pen that is made for the construction industry. It can be stepped on. It has a larger area here. So if they're putting it on a clipboard, they're putting it on their shirt, they can put it on their belt buckle. It can go in a variety of places. It can go in a variety of places to keep them safer. They have a pen, it writes in water, it writes upside down. So, doing something as easy as this, putting a safety message on front. So every time they're using their pen, they're also being reminded to be safe. Are your employees working in an area where they have to use, they need to use a flashlight, or they're looking at little fine elements and it's kind of dark and they're maybe not being as safe with that? Well, doing this hat where there's lights built in right here, well, that's something that's going to help them. You just have to flip the switch on the side, see the lights come on. So when they're working on that area, the lights are going to be right there where they're working on. Also, this is great to put on if you have a safety committee, putting on their bag. Your guys can use it too. It has and gals, has the carabiner here. And look how easy this is. So this flashlight is activated when you take this part off. Is that cool? Easy to use. They're not fumbling with a bigger flashlight and having to hold it, you know, and trying to figure out like, okay, I got to do this over here. They got it. Super easy. So I like that solution there. Okay, so now let's move into some items that you can use for rewards for your safety program. When we were talking about the safety committee earlier, this backpack is an awesome backpack. You can see it a little bit here at the bottom because there's a light shining on it. This whole gray part here is all reflective material. So in, you know, standard daylight, it just looks like a regular backpack. But when any flashlight, car lights, anything hits it, this is all reflective material and it illuminates. It's pretty cool. So this would be your logo, and it could say safety committee if you're sending out, you know, if you have a bag on the job site that has like the first aid kit, anything safety related goes in here, then you can put this inside this bag. You also have, you know, you can also do like a fun message. So you can take a regular bag and it could say, you know, a fun safety message. This one says, keep calm and work as a team, which is important for safety too, is that we're working as a team, like we talked about earlier. Okay. I know from experience that the construction industry, the construction guys that are out on the job site and women, they usually have a larger bag for their lunches. And a lot of times the job site does not have a microwave because it's a new construction site. So they need to either make sure they're just bringing a sandwich, something that doesn't have to be heated up, or they need the ability to heat it up in the morning before they go to work, and then it still needs to be warm by the time they're ready to eat it at lunchtime. So doing an insulated lunch cooler for them is awesome. And then the safety message goes right here with your logo. You can also do like a thermos type container where inside it has a large, you know, space to put bigger food in that'll keep it warm. We also know that our construction people need to be hydrated. So doing a nice container that is very sturdy, that is hot, cold, insulated, and this one that has the handle with the carabiner is very, very nice. You want to do something for a reward that you know guys will be talking about that they'll like. This one looks like a shotgun shell, and yeah, it's actually drinkware. Yeah, nice big area, heavy. I mean, the guys especially love this, so this would be great for to reward them. Carhartt. You know that the construction industry loves Carhartt, so you can do a cool cap. Doesn't have to be camouflage. You can do a cool cap. These leather patches on front are popular, so doing a leather patch on front instead of just plain embroidery is also something that they will love, and it changes the whole look and feel of the caps. And these are easy to give out. You can, you know, you can ask trivia questions at your safety meeting and then just throw that up to, you know, throw it out to the audience, whoever answered the question, and they can win the hat. They'll love that. Okay, we also know that most people who are working out on your job sites like barbecue. They like to cook usually. So this is something that I got my husband for Christmas last year, and he loved it. So they're Meat Claws, branded, of course. And so after you cook, they shred the meat instead of taking a fork. And you know, I remember watching my husband, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks way too hard. So I got these for him, and he loves them, loves them. This is something that's great for you to give out to your employees when you're rewarding them for being safe. And they will definitely use it, and I will guarantee that the majority of them do not have one. Next, a portable barbecue. This is fun. So this is insulated, so you can use it as a cooler as well. Yep. So it's a grill and a barbecue, so that they can cook, whether when they're going to the beach, they're going out, you know, someplace just for the day trip, and they can have this portable barbecue that they can use then. Tech. Tech is always a great thing to do. Everybody loves tech, so put together some tech items that your team will love. This is actually a tech kit, It has a variety of different things that you will use with your phones, your tech accessories. This is a great one, a high perceived value. Definitely recommend doing this. Power banks are always needed, but don't give the little cheap power banks that they probably already have one of. Do something that's more effective. So you can do something like this. This is a wireless power bank, and it also has the option to plug it in so it's wired as well if they don't have the phones that are wireless. This is great. You can do a power bank that is also, this one's also a flashlight and a speaker, so they'll love that too. And you can do one that is a cable. And what I love about this is, you know, your safety message could go here, your logo, and this actually lights up, and it has the 3 different adapters on it. So this is nice, and it's really pretty and comes in a variety of colors, so we can do that for you as well. So I just gave you a ton of ideas for your safety program. So my client who asked for it, I hope that I covered everything that you wanted, and if you want more ideas or you want help with your safety program, just let me know, friends. Let me know. I am here to help you. Let's rock this. It's important that your clients, or that your team comes home safe every single day. So it's your job to make sure that happens at the job site. So today, remember, we talked about 3 things to think about when you're setting up or if you're improving your safety program. We talked about 6 ideas to make it fun and engaging for your team, for your employees. And then we talked about things that you need to have visually for your employees to show your safety program, to remind them to be safe. And then of course the fun part, the rewards for them for being safe. We have a ton more ideas. This video is long enough now. Thank you for watching till the end. I appreciate it. And just know that we're always here to help you. So let us know where your struggles are. Let us know where you need help, and we will find a solution to help you reach your goals. And remember to subscribe to this video down below, because every week we're putting out new videos for you to help you with your marketing, to help you achieve your goals. So subscribe. That's how you're going to know when they come out. And remember to smile, because happy looks good on you. Have a great day.